Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 143. It is Tuesday morning. It is a nice rainy morning, and I am off to work. This morning, let's see here. Actually, today should not be too difficult of a day at the office, so I should be able to get some time in today, make a little bit of money. I just have my meeting with my manager this afternoon, and that's all. So before that, we can do whatever. After that, we could do whatever. But the first thing that we have to do is go to the office and scan our card so that everybody thinks that we're good workers, hard workers, which we are. We're going to get some work done this morning, and then early this morning. And then later this morning, we will be heading out to a casino. I think my manager's going to be out next week, so next week on Tuesday might be a day that we work only morning and then take the afternoon off. We'll see about that. I'm not sure how possible it's going to be. But then the week after that, his manager will be gone, which probably won't affect me too much, but we'll see if we can weasel out some more hours because of that. Right now it's 66 degrees and I'm heading out to work. Some light-ish rain right now, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Yesterday had a big opportunity to make money and it didn't pan out. Only ended up making $700 on that session, but could have been much better. So maybe today we have some better variance. So yeah, and then tomorrow, of course, is going to be a huge day. Lots of stuff going on tomorrow. 2 to 3 blackjack sessions. I am incorporating some of the ideas I talked about yesterday, and we'll talk about that more later on. So that's what's going on right now, and I'll be back to update you soon. All right, guys, I am back and just leaving the office, 10:45 a.m. And my next thing I have to do at the office is at 2, so I got plenty of time. Gonna head out to our casino here that we go to sometimes and see what we can do about making a little bit of money. Again, reminder that there's a guy that's in there 20 times a day, so I have to look at machines that he doesn't look at. I will look at all of them, but I'll pay extra attention to the ones that he doesn't really like, and then I'll double check them again before I leave. So, and then on our way back to the office, we'll go through Chipotle or somewhere and pick something up to eat and head back to the office. So yeah, right now it is still kind of a gloomy day outside, but it's not raining anymore, which is good, and roads are dry, everything is good. This afternoon looks like I only have one other thing on my list of things to do. I did actually start planning a family trip as well, and I just don't know when I'm going to be able to get it done is the problem. I got my vacation early July. I've got meetings in late July, and then I have another trip to Vegas in early August, which means that then the kids go to school a little bit after that, so I'd probably have to do it in mid-July, like second week of July. So come back from our cruise, and then shortly after that, take another trip with the family. I'll get that figured out more tonight, but I'm thinking about going to Galveston, Texas. The beaches aren't like fluffy sand like they are in Florida, but I think it would be a good trip to take. The kids would like to go to that area, so they haven't been to that state. Incidentally, for Father's Day, my wife got me a giant world map, and it's detailed enough that you can see all the individual states on it, and she already put pins in where we have gone. So I could make it all the places I've gone, or I could make it where we've gone as a family. Although as we had kids, we went to other places, so I need to decide what to do. I think right now she has it set to the places we've gone with me and her. That might be the best way to keep it. And then the other kids, the kids have been to most of the places we've been to, except for Alaska and Hawaii, a few other states, but that's really about it. So, that's kind of a cool gift. We just have to figure out a place to put it because it's so big. It's about probably 20 by 30 or bigger. So we have to figure out where we're going to hang that up. And that could mean my office in the basement, which is the only place I have to myself anymore. But that would be fine as well. But it was a good gift. So anyway, right now heading to the casino, and I'll be back to update you. All right, so what's going on here? It's worse now than it was yesterday. Now we got more of the floor closed and less machines to play, and everyone's crowded in a little area, and there's hardly any advantage machines at all in the area. So now I'm like watching over machines I normally wouldn't even care about, and waiting for people to get up. It's a pretty bad situation here, so might not be able to get any kind of play in at all, but I will let you know what happens. All right, guys, I am back. So this is crazy traffic right now. So leading to the casino, backed up traffic. I did my old get off on the next exit, come back, do a U-turn thing to get around that. And then when I got on the road where the casino is, there was backed up traffic on this side of the road going back, and that traffic is mostly gone, but there's some kind of an accident up here. I get into the casino, and most of the casino now, not 20%, most of the casino is closed, and they say they're updating servers. So I don't think so. That's not how you update servers. You don't do that. So I don't know exactly what they're doing. But then I couldn't find any plays, and I was walking around, nothing. I'm like, oh, look, that machine's not in the closed off area. Yep, but it's turned off. So I ended up playing one machine that I never play. It's been years since I played. I found an okay play on that one and played that one through at about $1.20 a spin. If I even told you what that machine was, you wouldn't even know what it was. And I ended my session ahead $35, but that was brutal. Just no opportunity to make money. So now I'm considering on my way home, maybe doing something different to make money. Maybe just going straight home after my meeting and then playing poker tonight, even though tomorrow's going to be a long day. I'm thinking that through here because coming all the way here when 90% of the advantage machines are not there doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. So we'll decide what to do and we'll go from there. Right now I am heading to Chipotle, pick up a free entree. I've just got so many points places, and I know some of my McDonald's ones are expiring because I haven't used McDonald's in so long. So instead of letting things like that happen, I'm just going to use them as I get them. As soon as I have enough to get something, I'm just going to start using it. But I got a free entree here. I have enough for about 10 more free entrees. So I'm going to get this salad. I'm going to make sure it's right before I leave. It's going to be lettuce on the bottom of the salad, not soup. I don't know what they were thinking last time. My salad did not have any lettuce, so I'm going to get that, and we'll eat that in the car on the way back to the office, and I'll be back to update you plus 35. How's it going? Yeah, I'm here to pick up an order. Last name, Kickaz, 2 Z's. All right. Thank you. All right, guys, it looks like it's going to be one of those days. We are going to try something different today because of the casino being mostly closed due to whatever they're doing. We're going to go play some poker. My meeting with my manager was canceled. Right now it is 2 p.m. and I am leaving the office. I do have an evening meeting, so I will have to go make sure that I'm there on time for that, but that's not until later tonight. But we're going to go play some poker. I went to their website and I saw they only had about 15 players right now, which means seat open. So Seat open means I don't have to put myself on the list. I can just head over there. Otherwise, I'll put myself on the list and it'll immediately say I have 5 minutes to sit down. We don't need that. So I'm going to head over there right now and get some playtime in here. Hopefully win a few $100s. That's the only way to make money right now. And then I'll be back and let you know what happened there. What else? I figured out a lot of things that I'm doing differently tomorrow. I decided not to go too far with my bet spread. I know recently I've gone like 25 to 500, 15 to 500, 25 to 2 by 300, and even more than that, 25 to 2 by 500. So I don't think I need to do all that, but I will do some interesting things like maybe starting the shoe at 50, going to 300, or going down to 15. Maybe some other options. Probably not that. That's probably not the best idea, but we're going to do some interesting things differently so that we can have an effective, bigger spread. And we're going to stay at tables a little bit longer. So we're going to be rat holing because we're going to be staying when there are other players there. When there's 2 other players there, I'll stay. I don't know about 3 other players, but that'll give me an opportunity to rat hole some chips. We're not going to be cashing out all the chips all the time, but we're going to have to be mindful of that too, because I don't want to end up with a inventory of 40,000 in chips. Like for a while there, I had about 20,000 in chips in inventory, and it was all concentrated in 2 or 3 casinos, and I don't need all that. So yeah, really, that's what's going on right now. We're heading over to the poker club, and I'll be back to update you soon. All right, I am back, and usually it's like almost always 4:20 when I leave this club, but today it's not. It's 4:57. Time for the workday to be over. I gotta head home. I mean, come on. How much do I need to work here? Please. So, got my laptop next to me here for 3 more minutes. We'll shut it down after that, and we are heading toward home. Should I do it? Let's go past it. All right. So actually, it was a pretty good time. Poker is not really my game. I'm not that great at poker. I'm learning, and I totally understand that I'm not good at it. I think part of what I need to do is understand that I'm not good and that I'm a student, and learn and listen and pay attention and watch what people do and how things work out. And I've been trying really, really hard to do so, and I feel like my game has gotten better. I've been a lot more comfortable. Today's game, it was very comfortable, even though people were betting larger amounts, and there was a lot of bluffs, there was a lot of stuff going on. But I felt really comfortable with the group, and even the few times that somebody got bluffed, I knew that they were getting bluffed, and I did make a nice fold. I don't know if it was right or not, but I think I had a set of jacks, and there was a possible straight on the board, and the guy raised 100 into like a $250 pot, and I knew he had it because this guy only plays Broadway cards, and I was trying to figure out what could he have that he would raise that I'm not beat, because you could make a straight 2 different ways, and I'm not positive. I don't think there was a flush on the board, but I really felt like he had it. Other than that, everything else I was pretty spot on. I made 1 or 2 calls where I lost, but I did the right thing on those. But I bought in for 300, and within about half an hour, I was up like $50, $60, and then start going through some pain. But I was on top of my game the whole time, and I felt like I was on top of it the whole time. And I built it up to like 450, and then I ended up losing my whole stack on a heartbreaker. And I don't even remember all the hands right now because I was like in the zone. You know how like something my kid said the other day, she was learning how to drive. I need to be above the car to know what's all around me and stuff. I was above this game. To steal something from her, I was above this game. I knew everything that was going on around me, what was happening, if I was, in the lead or not, how much this person was going to bet. I had all of it. I really did. And I lost that 300 that I bought in for 300 more. I was down to like 140, 150, and just went on a tear, calling the exact right time and checking when I had it and sucking in the looser players, and just did really well. And I was there for almost exactly 3 hours. And I don't keep track of my hours in poker because I don't consider myself really a winning player, but I guess I'm okay this year. Maybe next year I'll start tracking the hours on that as well. But 3 hours, I ended up leaving ahead $368. So I was down to like 150 and turned that into 968. Put me ahead 368 for the session. And there was one hand where it was I had a 8-9, and the board was 7. Let's see, 6, 7, 10, 6, 7, 10, and the guy raises me, and I've got the nuts, and I call, and then another card comes out, makes the straight bigger, but on the lower end. And he bet. I check. He bets. I go all in. Of course, he calls. I've got the nuts. There were 2 diamonds on the board on the turn, but it's a 1 in 4 chance that that's going to come, and he may not even be going for that. So I wasn't really that worried about it, and it all worked out. I felt extremely comfortable. I had this kid's number. This kid to my left. Everything he did, I had his number. I beat him every single hand. I knew what he was doing. And there was a hand where everyone's like, whoa, I can't believe that worked. Oh, man, he had this big bluff. It was the exact same bluff that he pulled earlier. There was about $15 on the table, and he was about second to act, so like 4 from the dealer. And he made it 60, just like he did the other time. And then the flop comes out with 1 Broadway card. He makes it 150, and then the turn comes out. He goes all in, and it happened exactly like that. And it was a bluff the time before, and it was a bluff this time. And he only had ace queen, and there was a jack on the board, but the other guy had kings and folded the kings. This guy had such a big stack. I thought he was such a good player, but you know what? One thing that he did wrong is, and I do this sometimes, rarely, but I do sometimes. He had his AirPods in, and he wasn't paying attention to the game. He was listening to something, and he wasn't paying attention, but it went down the exact same storyline that it was the time before, and he didn't have it the time before, and he didn't have it this time. But we got involved in 7 or 8 hands, and I bluffed him at the right time. I called him at the right time, even with very little, and won every single hand. So that was nice. It made me feel good that my game is getting better. I felt bad for this other kid sitting in like the 7th seat. He was playing the right game, but he just didn't have the funds, and he was playing with scared money. This kid looked he looked like he was maybe 14 or 15. He's probably 20, but he looked so young. He was not only had a baby face, but he was a short guy and a skinny guy and looked like a kid. And I'm sure he was old enough. I think I've seen these 2 guys before. I think the guy sitting to my left that I beat every time, I think he's a more experienced player, but I think they're both friends. And I think I saw them maybe a year or 2 ago, and they were both struggling. It looks like one of them studied up and the other one didn't. But it was a very interesting, very fun game on a game that I don't think is fun. So very happy about that. So right now I am heading toward home, and the reason is because I thought I had a meeting Thursday. I thought I'd have to come back early on Thursday, but it's actually today. They moved it because of a conflict some people had. So it's going to be tonight. So I'm going to head home. Hopefully there's something to eat, and then the meeting is only like 10 minutes from my house, so should be good. Next week I do have an early meeting, but it's on a Tuesday, which is like beautiful, because it's not when I'm, please don't have meetings when I'm out of town. Have them Mondays and Tuesdays when I'm in town. So that's going to be good too. So really, that's what's happening right now. I'm going to let you go, and may do something later on, not positive. I'll be back to update you though. All right, guys, that's going to be it for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, we don't need to do the segments today. Nothing really happened. Tipping wise, I tipped like $1 every time I won a poker hand, so not necessary to do that. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com. mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.